The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Golden Flashes will get us started with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. The option look. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
This is a 3rd and long. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I will keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
The Wolverines in the hurry-up. They're going to give him another chance on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Well, that couldn't have gone any better.
It's so great for an offense to come out right out of the gate and score a touchdown on your opening drive. It just helps the offense establish that rhythm that is so important. It'll be interesting now to see how this offense does the remainder of this contest.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So the Kent State Golden Flashes offense has its first opportunity of the day. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage,
fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Safe completion on the screen. At the 45 on his way. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Getting some heat. They'll run the screen. Got room at the 35. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Leaves it with the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. He'll toss it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their use. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Setting up the screen. At the 40, there he goes. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. No good. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. The play action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Cutler. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now it's second and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Gets it out quickly. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And the golden flash to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off play action on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wants to throw. It's Kelly. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
First down for the offense.
He's going to pass. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Michigan. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really different.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been there.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
He's looking deep. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He's going to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Reels it in down the left side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The golden flashes want to move quickly. Looking to pass on second down. A little release to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. And the golden flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And the Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
He's moving out of the pocket. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Easy completion on the shuffle. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got knocked out.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's short. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So
and the freshman will chalk up a sack.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
Fires to the tight end. Tackled immediately after the catch.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On the move, it's Wicks. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Golden Flashes will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Still running at the 40. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Golden Flashes will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Third and short now from their own 48. To throw, it's Spears. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail. Get set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do. And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4.
63, Kent State, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down.
And the Kent State offense will take over.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback keeper. That's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. Running with power. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. The Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense. And on 2nd and goal. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the punishment has been extended. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan 70. Hands down 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to throw, it's Crispin. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down for the offense. They run the reverse. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Golden Flashes will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking for space. It's short. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win it.